Welcome back, my darlings. Today we are going to be crocheting this simple top. I also have a tutorial for this neck warmer on my channel. You can check it out. Thank you. Let's start with the tutorial. So I'm just going to use just a pink yarn. It's a medium weight yarn and I'll be using a 4.5 mm. We are going to start by making a slip knot, and then you get your bust measurement, and then you measure, you reduce 5 inches from that measurement. So I'm making this top for a bust measurement of 37 inches. So I want my foundation chain to be 32 inches, that is minus 5. And when you are measuring, make sure you stretch your foundation chain because yarn is stretchy. So just go ahead and make chains that will meet the measurement you're working with. So no need to count stitches. So okay, this is my chain right here. I'm pulling that while measuring because my yarn is pretty elastic. So I have 32 right there. I think I'm good to go. So let me just go to the next step. So I'm going to chain extra 2, and then I'm going to go into the third chain. I'm just going to put a half double crochet there. I'll go into the next stitch. I'll place a half double crochet. So into every stitch I'm going to place a half double crochet till you get right to the very end. Yarn over, insert your hook right there, pull a loop through, then you go ahead and do a half double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook, pull a loop through. You have 3 strands, you pull through all 3, and you're just going to keep repeating the same process till you get right to the end of this round. So this is how our first row is looking like. That is it. Now I'm at the end. I'm going to chain 1, and then I'll turn my work. I yarn over into that first stitch. I'm going to insert my hook, pull up a loop. I have 3 strands on my hook. I'm going to pull through all 3. Then I'll yarn over into the next stitch. I'll place a half double crochet stitch. If you have trouble with always keeping your edges straight, I recommend you always put a stitch marker into your very first stitch so that you won't get confused as to where you put your stitches when you eventually turn to work on the other side. So just continue into every stitch. You place a half double crochet till you get to the end of this row. So this top is basically a very simple pattern. It's a 1 row repeat. So just keep working your stitches and I'll meet you at the end. And this is how our second row is looking like. Let's just continue to the end. Now that we've made it to the end, we are going to work our very last stitch right there, just like this, and then we are going to chain 1, and then return our work, yarn over, insert your hook into the very first stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through all 3, you yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull a loop, pull through all 3. So you grab your second stitch marker and you mark this very first stitch also. This is just for people who have problems with keeping their edges straight. And then into every stitch we are going to place a half double crochet stitch. So just keep working your half double crochet stitches and I'll meet you at the end. So this is what it looks like for our second row. Okay, so this is me at the end. I'm just going to take out that stitch marker and place a half double crochet stitch into that stitch. Then I'll chain 1 and turn my work, and then I'll place a half double crochet stitch right there into the very first stitch. You can always make your stitch to be a little bit longer so that you don't have problems pulling through it. Then I'm going to replace that stitch marker back into the very first stitch. Then I'll go ahead and put a half double crochet stitch into every other stitch till I get to the end of this row. So basically this is the pattern. Each time you're going to do half double crochet stitches all to the end of the row. Take out your stitch marker, you place the last stitch, chain 1 and turn till you have the size of the length of the top that you desire. That's basically it. So I'm just going to work my remaining rows off camera and then I'll come back. So I think I have my desired length here. So what I'm going to do is chain 1 and turn for us to make our share border. You're going to skip the first and the second stitch, and into the third stitch you're going to place a double crochet stitch. You have 3 strands on your hook. You pull through the first 2 and then pull through the second 2, and then you're going to place 7 more double crochet stitches into that same stitch. So that's the third, and you're just going to keep adding them till you have 8 double crochet stitches in total. You can do more or less, but I want to do 8. So after I've had my 8 double crochet stitches, I'm going to skip 1 stitch, and then into the second stitch I'm going to do a slip stitch. So just pull your yarn through and then pull through that loop right there. So you're going to yarn over, you skip 2 stitches. Into the third stitch you're going to place a double crochet stitch, and then you go ahead and place 7 more double crochet stitches into the same stitch. Then so basically this is how you do the shell stitch. So you're just going to continue with the same pattern till you get to the very end. So when you're done with your 8 double crochet stitches, you skip 1 stitch, and into the second one you're going to make a slip stitch. And so basically that's the pattern. I think it's looking cute. So you do it all along till you get to the very end. I think this share border looks so cute on this top. I love it. So just cut off your yarn and fasten up. Okay, let's make a strap for our top. So we are going to make a slip knot and then we'll chain 200. You could do more, like for somebody that is extra large, you can do 250 or 300. So I just put them into, I've just inserted my straps into the very first stitch of my top. So what I'm going to be doing now is just a crisscross, as you would normally lace like your shoe, your sneakers. So I'll be doing a crisscross. You can choose how you want your straps to be. It could be after maybe 3 rows, 4 rows. It depends on you how you want to do it. But make it, mirror it, let the both sides should be equal. So I'm just going to do that right to the bottom, and I'm done with my top. So thank you very much for watching. Please do leave a like, comment and share, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. God bless you. Do check out other videos I have on my channel, and bye. See you next time in my next video. So look how cute it is. So there you go. This is our top, and I love the color too.